sitting and delivering, standing and delivering. What is the difference? Any difference? Huh? Yes, you have a connect to each and everyone. That difference is always there. You can look at each one, and then everyone can look at you. You become more effective. Coordination also. But sometimes you can take care of everyone. Everyone should feel that the speaker is connected to me. By sitting over there, that doesn't happen. And unless everyone gets connected to the speaker can never be effective. It is not possible. That is an art of speaking. Okay. So it's a first day for you?
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
And we feel happy with your presence. Because without you, we don't have anything. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
So that means you are our life. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
A teacher without student cannot teach buildings. It is students those who are supposed to be there. And it is students those who bring laurels to the teachers. They bring life to the teacher. Otherwise there is nothing. He gets disappointed and all that. Even if there are notorious students, and that challenge is accepted by the teacher, he feels happy. Yeah, I am to deal with these kind of children. Okay. There is no discouragement to the teacher when he has to deal with all sorts of notorieties. Notorieties are part of life. But then, immorality, unethicalities, they should always be avoided. You can create any kind of nuisance, but with certain morals in it, is acceptable. But immorality is not acceptable at all. There is a word, rather, I should say a phrase, moral turpitude, if you have heard of it. Moral turpitude. That is immorality. Indirectly, that is immorality. That, if one suffers from, is a degradation in humanity. So, don't have that. So long you are here. When I say so long you are here, not for this 1 week, but so long you are a part of this earth. Okay?
Yes, yes, sir.
That is how I say there is a philosophy in everything. You see, one sentence can change the life of an individual. Can you cite one example somewhere? Somewhere, anyway, that you have noticed, you have experienced, that a sentence has changed the life of an individual. Okay, I'll tell you. Ratnakar Daku. What was the sentence? Bolo beti. Ratnakar Daku. Daku, you understand na?
Yes, sir.
His life was changed entirely. He became Brahm Rishi. Rishi of rishis. Nahin?
Yes, sir.
And with Ramayana?
Yes.
No. With Gita? No. With only one sentence. Which sentence it was? Other somebody?
So maybe someone has told him that just go and ask your family members that if they are part of your this robbery or not.
The work that you do, the work that you are doing, the profession as you consider it that you have adopted in your life, the sin you are garnering, accumulating out of it, is it yours or of your family also? हिंदी में बताऊं बेटे? समझ में आ गया? No work goes without consequences, that you must be knowing. Everything, our thoughts also, they are bound to have certain consequences. That is why we lay so much of stress on good thoughts. Okay? So one sentence of his, when a saint or monk who was there, and then Ratnaka Daku, he had that profession. He was to earn his livelihood and his parents' livelihood only because of this. Looting the people, murdering them if somebody opposes. So he said, my dear, do you know the sin that you are accumulating for you? Is there somebody else who will be sharing this sin? And Ratnaka Daku said, yes. I love my family and my family loves me. You say the same things and everyone says the same thing. That is how sometimes I always say we are all individuals. Though we are bound to take care of our parents when we are capable. When our parents, they were in a position, they provided us everything. Still we are all individuals. And then he said, you like to befool me. Means you are trying to play some kind of trance with me. You will run away, I know that. And he said, no, carry everything of mine, whatever you like. And then even this also is spoken, ki tie me somewhere in such a position that I cannot run. Go and ask. And then when he has gone to his parents, the parents' reply was,
No, we are not.
no way. My dear, you are bound to supply us with the things. You are bound to take care of us, that is fine. But then since nowhere, it is your task, it is your duty, you earn or you loot somebody. And he came back, he learned a lesson. And then he said what to do. He leave this and start doing something good. Though people say, jap japna. But then I say, start doing something good. And that's all, that is the beginning of your life. And the life changes. Start doing good and life changes, that's it. Is there somebody else who you remember whose life has been changed? Angulimal. He was also a Daku. A murderer. Have you heard of?
Yes, sir.
Kya tha? What was the sentence that changed his life? Last slide. What sentence was there? Do you remember? Don't know. Achha, okay. Why? Why so far these things are very common today. We have plenty of such kind of stories in our the junior classes. We never read them. Okay. Don't know?
No,
But I'll tell you. Don't know. Angulimal. He was a Daku, murderer, and one who looted the people. And he murdered 99 people and carried that. That is how it is called as Angulimal. Angulis, they were put into that necklace. 99 were there. And like a cricketer, he wanted to have a century for it. And as early as possible. He was in a hurry. You see, when we start committing crime, बेटे, ये ध्यान से सुनने वाली बात है. When we are offenders, then we don't mind who is being offended. Even we go to that extent that we offend our parents also. You see, when somebody has got a habit of stealing, he steals first from the class, then from the school, then from the family. That way it happens. And from family to the society, and from society to the nation. Right? It happens. Is it unnatural? No, natural. That is how good habits are of so much of importance. This Angulimal, 99 when he had, he wanted to have a century added to it. One more Anguli he wanted, finger he wanted, rather one more murder he wanted, and he was not able to get. The closest he had was his mother. And he thought for a short while, yes, why to hunt somewhere and waste my time? My mother is there. Anyhow, this kind of provocation which was there to commit such an offense, grave offense, was subsided. And he just thought, let me go once again to the forest and let me see if I find somebody. If I don't find, my mother is here. I'll come back and murder her. Just to add up one more. Having that century, he went to the forest. There he sat to Gautam Buddha. He was seen and then, hey, ruk jao. And then Gautam Buddha said, turning back, मैं तो रुक गया, तुम कब रुकोगे? इनको ठहर जा भी कह देते, हे ठहर जा, मैं तो ठहर गया, तुम कब ठहरोगे? But nobody had uttered such kind of words to him. Rather, nobody had dared. Angulimal, who has murdered 99 people, seeing him, will start trembling. They will lose all their energy just by sight of that Angulimal. This was a surprise to Angulimal. And then that one sentence changed his life. And he became a disciple of it. An awakened one. And he became Swami Angulimal. That is how sometimes life changes. You don't have to listen to the entire Ramayana for it. Okay? One sentence is sufficient. Should I give you one more example?
Yes, sir.
Again of Daku. Daku Kharag Singh, have you heard of? नहीं? अरे वो खड़ग सिंह जिसके खड़गने से खड़गती हैं खिड़कियां, सच्चे डाकू. And there, in fact, a monk was riding a horse. And then this Daku, he was in a different form of garment, as if he was a beggar. He was there on the road. While that monk was coming with his horse, Daku Kharag Singh, he asked for a lift. Like you have those cars now and then you ask for a lift. Those horses, they were the base in the past. So he asked for a lift. He had, monk is like habit of doing good to the people. Even if there is a murder, it doesn't matter for them. That is how it goes. They never forsake these kind of things. They never abdicate their habits. They don't renounce their ways of life. They just go on following, even if they are subjected to some kind of losses also. Though he did not know he is a Daku Kharag Singh. He gave him a lift. And after a short while, from backside, he said, hey, my dear, get down. That monk was thrown away from the horse. And now Daku Kharag Singh was the rider of the horse. And then that monk said, hey, my dear, hold it. It's fine that now you are the rider. But then kindly take care of one sentence of mine. Don't tell somebody. Don't convey this message that this horse has been snatched from a monk. Otherwise, people will stop trusting. And then that one sentence of his, that changed the life of Daku Khadak Singh also. He became a monk then thereafter. That is how. And then there are, likewise, you will find plenty of examples. You need to have that kind of sentence struck your mind. Whether it is for good studies, whether it is to rise in life, or maybe whatever kind of attainments you like to have. Somebody should be there to strike, and it should strike your mind. That's it, things will change. So here you come with some purpose, and what that objective of yours is. Entertainment?
Personal development.
Very good. You are not here for any kind of entertainment program. No. It's not there. So once it is not there, follow all systems. Do you know when somebody falls apart from the systems, what losses can occur to the things? Do you know that? Followed what I said. Once I said something. What did you? Suppose there is a system and something falls apart from it. What losses can be caused to that system? Follow? No. And what it is? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Give an example. Let us see.
So his whole life can be ruined by
No,
Tagore.
I'll just give you one example. Then you can think of. Think of the universe. Think of the universe.
Like sun is
Universe, very good. This is how sometimes things they can be easily understood. Universe has got certain systems, na?
Yes, sir.
And suppose one system falls apart. Maybe whichever system you consider. Suppose sun fails to rise, or earth gets a jerk somewhere, or the composition of the atmosphere gets changed, or there is some kind of drought or something, or some kind of meteorite strikes the earth or something, or likewise it happened in the past also and it could happen in future also, that there are some kind of calamities like nuclear disasters and all that. It happens, no?
Yes, sir.
So then things get destroyed completely. So don't you think if we don't follow systems for ourselves, whether it is school system, family system, or personal system of ours, things work well with the systems. Nahin?
Yes, sir.
That we call, that system can be replaced by discipline also. There is a discipline of the earth, there is a discipline of the sun, moon, stars and everything. Even atmosphere also. Nahin?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So don't you feel bad by being indisciplined? Don't you sometimes feel?
Yes, sir.
If you feel, never be indisciplined then in life. And people, those who have those systems being followed in their life, take it guaranteed, will never fail. And they will be valued also. There is not even a single person who has followed certain systems of the nature that he has failed to achieve anything, or that people have denigrated him in some way. No way. Though it is an idealistic situation, when I talk of that we remember Rama, when we remember Krishna, it is only because they followed certain systems. That is how sometimes Rama has been described as पुरुषोत्तम, है ना? पुरुषों में उत्तम, और उत्तम क्या? वैल्यूज के साथ में। और वैल्यूज क्या? जो हमेशा के लिए होती है। ये ना कहना कि आज वैल्यू चेंज हो गई कि सर अब तो वी आर फ्रॉम ए मॉडर्न एज, योर वैल्यूज आर डिफरेंट एंड आवर वैल्यूज आर डिफरेंट. नो वे, दे आर नो वे. लाइक सत्य बोलो, इट इज ऑलवेज सत्यमेव जयते कहते हैं ना. तो कभी कोई किसी ने कहा कि सत्यमेव जयते नहीं है. नहीं, इट इज देयर एंड इट इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी सत्यमेव जयते. काइंडनेस, can it vary tomorrow or can it vary today? No, it was the same. Compassionate feeling, love, taking care of somebody, or maybe like studentship of yours, that is always same. It was same and it will remain same. So values which don't change, those values are always valued. और एक स्टेटमेंट में हमेशा देता हूं ना, what you give you receive, is there?
Yes, sir.
And what is that? When I say what you give you receive, what is the meaning? हाँ, चारवा से है ना. बताइए, can you explain this? What you give you receive. इस संसार में जो भी कुछ दोगे वो वापस मिलेगा. क्या मतलब है?
So if you give good value to someone, he also be good to you.
हाँ, that also is there. If you regard somebody, people will regard you. है ना? That is always there. That, like when we say what you give, you receive, it has been proved scientifically also. There are laws of it. साइंस वाले स्टूडेंट्स हैं, even others also must have read up to 10th class because these things are not new. Third law of motion, है ना? क्या है बताइए?
Action and reaction are always there, but in
Actions and reactions are always equal and opposite, है ना?
Yes, sir.
तो यही तो मैं कह रहा हूँ, what you give you receive, है ना?
Yes, sir.
लेंजिस लॉ सुना है? Somebody else? साइंस स्टूडेंट्स नहीं है क्या? है? Where are they? हाँ, लेंजिस लॉ बताइए.
so when there is a varying magnetic field, magnetic flux, an induced EMF is there.
An induced EMF is always equal and opposite to the cause producing it. Follow?
Yes.
अच्छा, अंजू मान से अंजू, हाँ बताइए.
So it opposes a thing due to which it comes into
It
existence.
has been caused by. You are also physics, है ना? हाँ. Lenz's law.
So the cause is the cause which is producing the EMF is
The effect has always a cause behind it. इसको ऐसे भी कह सकते हैं. Every effect has got a cause. Lenz's law states that any kind of EMF is induced, that is always equal and opposite to the cause producing it. Otherwise it is, we say cause and effect. ये थर्ड चीज आ गई, cause and effect. So there is an effect and there is always a cause. गौतम बुद्धा ने भी कहा है, धर्म में जब इसमें स्पिरिचुअलिटी में जाते ना, तो ही सेज कि लाइफ हैज गॉट ए सफरिंग. ठीक है, तेरे सामने जो बैठा है, लाइफ, ही सेज इट हैज गॉट ए सफरिंग एंड ही सेज देयर इज ए कॉज फॉर इट. Life has got a suffering and there is a cause for it. And then once you remove cause, suffering, you get relief. It's very simple. That Gautam Buddha also has spoken. So scientists also, Lenz also has spoken, Newton also has spoken, cause and effect, otherwise common man has spoken, and then this also. Now what I mean by the kindly be sincere, so that you get a rise in your life. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You have your standard raised by raising your input to that. Put good input to your own self and not to anybody. Do you feel you have come here for somebody else?
No, sir.
Very good. You are a very intelligent man. Yes, it is your cause. You have come for your sake. And then don't let somebody chase you. For your causes, why should somebody then chase you for it? Is it okay?
Yes,
To
sir.
have that. Now, systems they have been shared with you, and maybe boys, you have your own dorms?
Yes, sir.
2?
Yes.
How many are there in one of the dorms? 12. Who is the in charge for those 12? Who is the in charge? For another dorm?
Don't 3, sir. No, sir.
2.
Yes, sir.
So 12 children are there with you.
Yes, sir.
You are there in charge of 11 or 11 or in charge of 12?
12 science.
No, that is okay. But then there are 12 children besides you, in addition to you.
Yes, sir.
That means 13.
Including me 12, sir.
Including you, there are 12.